Your brain will trust a bad option before it trusts an unfamiliar good one. And that tiny glitch quietly decides what you click, who you believe, and why you keep walking back into the same mistakes. We like to imagine we make rational choices. Usually, we don't. First, your brain asks, do I recognize this? Only after that does it ask whether it's actually good for you. That shortcut exists for a reason. In the wild, familiar usually meant survivable. Unknown berries, unknown noises, unknown people. Great way to become a historical example. The problem is your ancient survival software now lives inside supermarkets, dating apps, news feeds, and political messaging. So the shortcut still runs, but the environment changed completely. This is why people rebuy mediocre products, stay in terrible systems, and believe the same recycled ideas with new fonts. Familiarity doesn't just feel comfortable, it feels true. And marketers know this. If they can't prove something is better, they can just make it feel familiar enough that your brain stops resisting long before your logic shows up. That's why new apps copy old layouts, scam emails imitate trusted brands, and every questionable product suddenly looks weirdly official. They're renting trust from your memory. Even people get this advantage. The more often you hear a name, see a face, or encounter a talking point, the less effort your brain spends questioning it. And effort feels like danger. Psychologists call part of this the mere exposure effect. The short version, repetition makes things feel easier to process, and your brain often misreads that ease as preference, truth, or safety. That easy to process feeling matters more than most people realize. Your brain loves cognitive fluency. Smooth input feels less risky than jagged input, even when the jagged thing is better. So when something looks clean, repeats itself, matches your expectations, and arrives in a recognizable format, your brain relaxes. Relaxation is nice, but nice is not the same as correct. This is also why bad information spreads so well. Not because it's always convincing, but because once you've seen it enough times, it stops feeling foreign. Then it starts feeling obvious. Your brain is basically doing lazy bookkeeping. Unknown equals costly. Familiar equals discounted. That's efficient in emergencies. It's terrible when you're evaluating claims, habits, or other humans, and the effect compounds. Once you've chosen the familiar thing once, your brain files that choice as additional evidence that it was probably the right move. Congratulations. Now the loop defends itself. This is why changing your mind feels weirdly expensive. You're not just swapping opinions, you're fighting accumulated familiarity, mental inertia, and your own archive of previous clicks. Look at search results. Most people click names they've seen before, not necessarily the best answer. Recognition acts like a shortcut label saying, probably fine, keep moving. Look at investing. People consistently prefer companies they recognize, even when recognition came from ads, headlines, or pure repetition. Familiar tickers start to feel safer than they are. Look at politics. Repeat a phrase enough times and it starts to sound less like a claim and more like background reality. Once it becomes background, people stop inspecting it. But here's the twist. Familiarity isn't the villain. You'd be exhausted without it. The real danger is forgetting that the feeling of safety is just a feeling, and feelings get spoofed constantly. So the next time something instantly feels right, don't trust the comfort too fast. Ask one rude question: is this actually good? Or is my brain just relieved it has seen something like it before?